If you are in this stage of your animation process, then there are 10 steps to take to achieve a rendered version of your animation. Step 1. Visualize the end product. This is the first and the most important step because before you start coloring, you need to have a clear picture in your head about the tone and the environment and where light falls on the character. I feel creating a storyboard before every animation takes care of this step entirely, so if you have visualized, then you are set for the next step. Step 2. Duplicate the layer of the foreground animation. Let's say this feature doesn't work on your Flipaclip, you can always copy it and paste it on a new layer above it and call it a duplicate layer. Step 3. Outline the shaded parameters on the duplicate layer. So we are going to outline the shaded parameters with respect to how light will affect the character, and this takes us back to the importance of step 1, which is planning beforehand. What I planned beforehand was like a night background with like a light coming from the back. That's why I'm shading it like this, because that's what I've visualized already. So just do that until you're done. Step 4. Paint the background completely. This step is obviously the hardest step for beginners, including me. I'm painting a simple background because I myself don't even know how to paint a complex background, because I'm still starting, and yeah, but I think a simple background is enough for this video. Like I said earlier, my idea is to put her in the night, so I think what I'll use is like a pale dark blue to set the environment well. And we're halfway there. Step 5. Fill in the shaded area in the duplicate layer. We are using the paint bucket tool to fill in the shaded area with colors, but remember we are filling the color respective to the environment, so the best thing is to go for a dark blue because it's the night, so a dark blue really set the shading right. The current song that's playing is Undeserving by my Q. Go stream it on Spotify, I linked it in the description. If you ever felt undeserving, then this is the song for you, I promise. Step 6. Reduce the opacity of the duplicate layer. The percentage at which you want to reduce it depends on how saturated you want the shadings to be, which indicates that the light that falls on the character is also saturated to that degree. For example, if you reduce it down very well, it will look like this. If you increase it up, it will look desaturated. So the best is just to keep it at 50 for now. Step 7. Fill in the original layer with flat colors. I already have our character design color presets beforehand, so it won't interrupt me while I'm doing this. So yeah, we just keep coloring and coloring until we're done. Now that we're done and we have added all the details, you can see how flat the colors are. So we'll test it and see it with the duplicate layer. There you go, looking more presentable. Test it with the background, looking more presentable. Let's now remove the background and see the way it looks like. See, flat, doesn't blend with the background at all. But we are not done yet. Step 8. Add a new layer and color the canvas respective to the environment. I prefer using the brush tool rather than the paint bucket tool because the brush tool gives this illusion of depth more. I don't know, I think that's just my opinion anyway. And for the penultimate step, on the current layer, use blending modes that suit the mood or the atmosphere. This is the coolest part of the process because you get to play around with blending modes and see which one fits you better. I have to invert the canvas to actually see the outcome of the blending choices I'm going with. Yeah, and I think at the end of the day I picked color burn on the surface layer for this layer because it fit the perfect description in my head. Not like the other blending modes are not good, they look good, but I think color burn just went with my vibe. And the last step, add the blending mode to the duplicate layer if necessary. Well, I think it's necessary because it will just look better. Yeah, it will look better, and this time I won't go for color burn because it looks too saturated. I think I'll go for multiply. Multiply looks better. Multiply fit the vibe well, fit the picture in my head well. So yeah, there we go, complete. The character is well blended to the background. Stick a little bit more because we're also going to do daylight, and yeah, for daylight there's nothing much to be done. We're just going to change the dark blue to lighter blue because of its morning, to give the morning vibe. So we fill everything in the duplicate layer from dark blue to light blue. Now that we're done with that, we just add it above the flat colored layer, that's the original layer, and we can see it's less saturated than the other one because we chose light blue. It's already giving a smooth tone. So yeah, then for the surface layer we do the same, but we choose a lighter blue color. Don't want to stick with the same one we used in the duplicate layer, we are choosing another light blue color. So yeah, we fill it with light blue. Then for the background we just do the same thing, throw up a ragtag background. Anything that is sufficient enough to spell out the morning vibe will be just fine. At this stage, all we need to do is to use blending modes on the surface layer. That would be the one that best fit the morning vibe. Let me just invert this thing. Yeah, I'll be going for lighting this time around because lightning really spell out the morning tone. For the surface layer at 40% will do just fine. Then for the duplicate layer I'll be going for multiply. I think, yeah, multiply is going to do well with the lighting. For those who stuck to the end of this video, congratulations, you now know how to blend a character to its background. But I think the morning is kind of easier to get than the night. I think you all too can agree with me on that. This is not really a tutorial video, this is more like me sharing a recently acquired knowledge. So that gives the fact that I'm still a learning animator, and yeah, I wish to trespass into the domain of the god tier animators. I wish to rank up from E down up to S. I wish to level up. Yeah, And while doing that, for now, I'll suggest like, subscribe, turn on notifications, go stream Undeserving. It's a really good song, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, God bless.